Okay, magandang umaga po. It's past 9:30, so we have to start. The 15th hearing of the Blue Ribbon Subcommittee on proposed Senate Resolution number 826 and proposed Senate Resolution number 1114 is hereby called to order. May I ask our Director General, Attorney Kimbo, to acknowledge our resource persons present today. Attorney Kimbo, please.
May I proceed, Mr. Chair? The following are here. From the Commission on Audit, Directors Alexander Juliano and Joseph Anakay. They're representing OIC Commissioner Heidi Mendoza. From the Securities and Exchange Commission, Chairperson Teresita J. Herbosa. From the Bureau of Internal Revenue, representative of Commissioner Henares, attorneys Nina Asuncion and Attorney Sixto D. President and Chief Executive Officer of the Philippine Stock Exchange, Mr. Hans Sikat. From the University of the Philippines, Los Baños, representing the Chancellor, Director Nathaniel Bantayan, Director Marish Madlangbayan, and Ms. Ledenila Dalupang. From the BSP National Executive Board, Attorney Wendell Avisado, Senior Vice President. Mr. Attorney Arthur Umbak, Vice President for the Visayas. Mr. Dale Corvera, International Commissioner. And Mr. Rizal C. Pangilinan, Secretary General. From Alphaland Corporation, Meziu Roberto Ongpin, Mario Oreta, and Jay Sanggalang. From Constant Builders and Development Corporation, Mr. Elmer S. Castro, Mr. Gilberto Garcia, Sara Mendoza, and Irineo Sioson. Others who are here are Attorney Renato Bondal, Mr. Mario Echanova, Mr. Ching Enciso, and former Vice Mayor of Makati, Ernesto Mercado. I hope I have mentioned everyone.
New witnesses or resource persons today. May we ask Attorney Kimbo to administer the oath to them?
Those who are here for the first time, could you please stand and raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this proceeding? Thank you. You may take your seats. Let the record show that everyone said I do, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Attorney Kimbo. So today we have decided to continue with the agenda we have set for the last hearing, January 29, 2015, because we were not able to proceed with the testimonies and the inputs of our resource person on that day. So today's hearing will focus primarily on proposed Senate Resolution number 1114, which has two parts, and we will focus on the alleged anomalous transactions involving the Boy Scouts of the Philippines. So to recap, or to remind us on what the allegations are, so may I ask former Makati Vice Mayor Ernesto Mercado to restate again, sir, your case? What are your allegations and your issues? And before you do that, sir, let the record reflect the presence of Senator Trillanes. Okay, Vice Mayor Mercado, please.
Maraming salamat at magandang umaga sa atin lahat. Magre-recap lang ho ako ng 10 slide dun sa aking naging last presentation. Una, para puro sa pamunuan ng Boy Scout of the Philippines at dun po sa ating mga sumusubaybay sa pagdinig na ito. May 10 slides lang po ako na gustong sariwain ngayong umaga. Pakisuyo lang yung ating slide, please.
Excuse me, Vice Mayor Mercado. Then after you, we will hear the opening statements of Attorney Abisado, Attorney Oreta, Mr. Ongpin, and whoever else has prepared Noble Care, did you prepare an opening statement? Basta whoever will be affected by the allegations and who has prepared an opening statement. Okay, just raise your hand and I will recognize you. Sige po, Vice Mayor Mercado.
Salamat po.
Okay, we're ready. So session resumed. Vice Mayor Mercado, go ahead, please.
Salamat po ulit. Doon po sa nakaraang pagdinig, ang akin pong unang sinabi ron, ang mga malaking kasalanan at kapabayaan ni BP Binay sa Boy Scout of the Philippines dahil puro sa joint venture ng ng Silvertown at ng Boy Scout deal. Next slide, please. Ang sabi ko po dyan, kinuhanan ni BP Binay ng 5% ang mga Boy Scout sa Alpalan deal para gamitin sa kanyang kampanya noong 2010 election. Kasi ayoko hong pumayag, Mr. Senator, doon sa 15% na share ng Boy Scout doon sa nasabing joint venture. Pero pumayag din ho ako eventually, kaya yan ho ang hinihingi ko ng tawad sa mga Boy Scout. Ang sabi ho kasi sa akin dyan ni Mr. Limlingan, Vice, pumayag ka na sa deal na ito. 20% naman talaga ang share, pero yung 5% para kay boss. Ang ibig kong sabihin, boss, si Mayor Binay noon, pangkampanya natin bilang presidente. Dahil nung pong panahon yon, hindi naman Vice President ang ine-aim ni Mayor Binay. Ang ine-aim po niya noon ay maging presidente ng ating bansa. Next slide, please. Ikalawa, ang 5% na ito ay initially umaabot ng halos 200 million pesos, habang ang Boy Scout ay wala pa rin natatanggap ni 5 hanggang ngayon. Yan po ang aking sinabi. Next slide, please. Itinago ang pera sa Noble Care Management Corporation na pag-aari ni Attorney Babes Ureta. Sinabi ko po dyan, in August 2008, binigyan ng Alpaland ang Noble Care ng 5.88% sa Silvertown o 2,031 shares at 10 pesos ang value na nagkakahalaga po ng 20,310. At hindi lang po yun, pinautang pa ng Alpaland ng 100.4 million ang Noble Care. Pagkalipas ng 2 taon noong November 11, 2010, binayback ng Alpaland ang 2,031 share ni Noble Care ng 8,897,346 common share ng Alpaland worth 89 million at binura ang utang na 100 million. Next slide, please. Ikatlo, nawala ng lupa ang Boy Scout dahil sa ipinabenta ni BP Binay ang lupa sa Alpaland sa napakababang halaga. Binago nila, BP Binay, ang original na joint venture agreement. Noong June 2011, ang joint venture agreement na pinirmahan ko, uulitin ko po, pinirmahan ko, hindi ko po itinatanggi na ako ang pumirma, ay binago. Inauthorize ng National Executive Board sa pamumuno ni BP Binay na ibenta na ang lupa sa Alpaland. At yung 600 million na dapat pera ng Boy Scout galing sa project ay ipinasok ulit sa Alpaland. Ang aking puntingin, dito na talaga niluto sa sariling mantika ang Boy Scout of the Philippines. Pero ang malaking tanong dito, bakit 600 million pa din ang value ng lupa ng Boy Scout samantalang na-reclassify na ito noong 2008 at di po ba dapat, sang-ayon sa testimony ni Mr. Cuervo, automatic pag na-reclassify mo ang lupa, tataas po ang value. Next slide, please. Ikaapat, ang 600 million na dapat bayaran sa Boy Scout ay hindi pa rin natatanggap hanggang ngayon. Kaya ko po sinasabing talagang naluto siya sa sariling mantika. Next slide, please. Pati po ang COA, dahil kami ho matagal na hindi na-audit ng COA, dahil yan po challenge ni Vice President Binay hanggang sa Supreme Court, na ayaw po niyang magpa-audit. Pero finally, bumaba po yung desisyon ng Supreme Court na sinasabing ang COA ay dapat mag-audit sa Boy Scout. Kaya ang unang findings ho doon sa audit, sinabi diyan na bakit, ito po nakalagay, receivable from joint venture partner. Hanggang ngayon po, 600 million receivable pa rin. Yan ho ang nagpapatunay na wala pang natatanggap na pera ang Boy Scout sa nasabing transaksyon. Next slide, please. Ikalima, pinawagan ni BP Binay na mabawasan ng Alpalan ang share ng Boy Scout sa Alpalan deal. Next slide, please. Dapat sa buong project ang share ng Boy Scout, pero pinaliit ito ng Alpalan. Based on the 2008 Joint Venture Agreement and 2011 Amendment Agreement, the 15% share of the Boy Scout will come from the total completed and disposable unit of the project. This means Tower 1, Tower 2, and Tower 3. But in 2013, Alpalan unilaterally decided that the Boy Scout 15% share of the project will be reduced from Tower 1 and 2 and the podium to only Tower 3 and the podium. Nawawala na po yung share ng Boy Scout doon sa Tower 1 and Tower 2. At ang masakit pa po rito, Tower 1 and Tower 2 are intended for sale. Tower 2 is intended for lease. So, ibig mo sabihin, aasa na lang ang Boy Scout doon sa magiging sa uupa at hindi niya mahahawakan yung kanyang pakinabang. The JBA identifies Alpalan as the property manager, and so, Alpalan will likely have a total control over and how BSP leases out each unit in Tower 3. Ang Tower 3 po, Mr. Senator, mga kababayan, ay hindi pa po natatapos. Kaya hindi pa po natin alam. Next slide, please. Pero hindi lang po pala 200 million ang kickback dito ni Vice President Binay. Bakit ko po sinabi ang hindi lang 200 million? Ang Alpalan na share na inisyu sa Noble Care noong 2011, November, ay ibinigay at par value na 10 pesos per share. Pero ang presyo ng Alpalan share noon sa stock market ay 62 pesos per share. So ang halos 9 million share na binigay sa Noble Care ay hindi lang nagkakahalaga ng 89 million, kundi higit pa sa 551 million. Ang pinakamahabang bentahan ng Alpalan share sa stock market ay nasa 15 pesos per share sa makatwid. Depende kung naibenta na ang share at kung kailan nabenta ang mga ito. Ang kickback ni BP Binay mula sa Alpalan share ay maglalaro sa 133 million sa presyo ng 15 pesos per share hanggang 551 million sa presyong 62,000 per share. Kung idadagdag po natin ang kinondo na 100.4 million loan, ang kickback po ay aabot mula 233 million hanggang 651 million. At yan po nakasubmit sa SEC base sa disclosure na isinasubmit ng Alpalan. Kaya yan po ang aking patibay at yung aking pinaninindigan na kumita na si Vice President Binay sa transaksyon. Kumita na rin ho siguro si Atty. Ureta. Pero yun hong kawawang Boy Scout na may-ari ng lupa, Mr. Senator, hanggang ngayon po hindi pa nakikinabang. Kaya yan po ang aking ipinaglalaban. Salamat po.
Maraming salamat, Vice Mayor Mercado, for stating clearly your issue, which is now the subject of proposed Senate Resolution number 1114. So we will get to the bottom of this. Attorney Oreta, your name has been mentioned. If you want to respond with the prepared opening statement, pwede po, if you want.
Mr. Chairman, good morning. May I speak?
Yes, sir.
I have an opening statement, but I think the Boy Scouts would like to speak first. I think it's just
Okay,
proper.
Boy Scouts
for
also
them.
has been mentioned, so they are well represented here, so Boy Scouts can also deliver their opening statement.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Honorable Chairperson and members of the Senate Blue Ribbon Subcommittee, good morning. Since the beginning of the Senate inquiry involving Vice President Jejomar C. Binay, who is our President of the Boy Scouts of the Philippines, we have been threatened that the Boy Scouts of the Philippines will be investigated for alleged irregularities. We are coming out now, individually and collectively, as the National Executive Board, to clarify matters and dispute allegations and insinuations against the BSP and its president. To be sure, these allegations peddled by Mr. Ernesto Mercado had been addressed individually by BSP officials with sufficient clarity. This statement, however, is meant to amplify these efforts, while also seeking to reach out as our inherent responsibility to our young scouts and their parents and our volunteers nationwide. On the BSP land, or rather on the BSP Alpha Land transaction, the BSP is being linked to baseless allegations involving its joint venture agreement with Alpha Land Makati Place Corporation in the development of its property in Makati. The agreement is entirely forthright and above board. It underwent the required process and procedure. As a matter of record, the agreement was negotiated and signed by Mr. Mercado himself when he was the Senior Vice President and Chairman of the Corporate Assets Management Committee of the BSP. He was fully aware that the agreement was thoroughly discussed and approved by the BSP National Executive Board, the intention being to make the property earn money for the BSP to support its operation. The NEB was authorized to execute this agreement by the National Council, the highest governing body of the BSP. Individually and collectively, we cannot see any other reason why Mr. Mercado is repudiating the agreement now by his unfounded accusations, except his political vendetta against Vice President Jejomar Binay. To destroy the name, honor, and reputation of Vice President Binay, he does not mind unnecessarily dragging the BSP into the controversy, to the extent of destroying it with his malicious assertions. By his reckless accusations, he is sowing confusion, suspicion, and mistrust in the BSP as a noble youth-serving institution. The BSP has no other transaction with Alpha Land Makati Place Corporation outside of the joint venture agreement. The fact is, Mr. Mercado, as chairman of the Corporate Assets Management Committee, made a thorough study, negotiated, strongly recommended the transaction to the National Executive Board for approval, and signed the agreement. In the light of the foregoing, we deplore Mr. Mercado's malicious accusation against the BSP and Vice President Binay. He's coming out with this accusation now after close to 7 years, is definitely suspect of a desire other than the welfare of the BSP. At present, pursuant to the BSP Alpha Land Joint Venture Agreement dated 30 June 2008 as amended on 2 June 2011, the BSP share is 15% of the gross floor area of the Alpha Land Makati Place project, or specifically 15% of the gross floor area for the parking, podium, and each of the 3 towers of the project. The 600 million which was invested in the joint venture project is now worth 909,655,500 as of August 2014. On COA's audit of BSP, on the entry of the Commission of Audit into the operations of the BSP, it was the collective decision of the National Executive Board to question it before the courts, and was definitely not the personal stand or resistance of Vice President Binay alone. Since its creation in 1936, the BSP has been operating as a private entity and does not receive any funds from the government up to now. It was a matter of not wanting an audit of BSP funds because our funds are audited annually by a leading audit firm in the country, the CICIP, Gores, Velayo and Company. Our reasonable resistance was based on principles which govern the BSP as a private, volunteer movement in the country and the world. As it stands now, with the final decision of the Supreme Court, the BSP has been fully complying with government accounting and auditing rules and regulations as a government-owned or controlled corporation. On the changing of the BSP bylaws as regards term limits of BSP officers, the BSP categorically denies Mr. Mercado's claim that Vice President Binay asked the National Executive Board to change the limits on the term of office of the officers of the BSP to perpetuate himself as president of the organization. The truth is, the National Executive Board does not have the power to amend any provision of the national bylaws, as it is only the National Council which has the authority and power to amend any of the provisions of the national bylaws. Every year, the BSP during its annual National Council meeting elects members of the NEB. And every year, these elected members of the National Executive Board elect from among themselves the officers of the BSP, the President included. Any member of the National Executive Board, therefore, may run for election or re-election for as long as he or she wishes. Our individual and collective association with Vice President Binay in the Scout movement spans 2 to 20 years or more for others, a clear manifestation of our overwhelming trust and confidence in his ability to lead us and the Scouts and volunteers of the country. The Boy Scouts of the Philippines believes that all these allegations against the Boy Scouts of the Philippines and Vice President Binay are tainted with politics and personal vendetta. We will not allow politics and personal vendetta to destroy the Boy Scouts of the Philippines. Vice President Binay is not the Boy Scouts of the Philippines, and the Boy Scouts of the Philippines is not Vice President Binay. Vice President Binay is simply serving the BSP as a volunteer with utmost loyalty and dedication. Thank you for this opportunity to share our opening statement, Mr. Chairman.
Senator Trillanes.
Mr. Chairman, I would just like to comment on that remark of Attorney Abisado regarding politics destroying the Boy Scouts. Can you expound on that, Attorney Abisado?
Yes, Your Honor. We will remember that before they were together, Vice President Binay and Mr. Mercado, because they were then very close. In fact, he was the senior Vice President and at that time, Vice Mayor of Makati. And then in 2010, they parted ways. And the fact is, according to Mr. Mercado, he would have been the one running for mayor in Makati. But as an aftermath of their differences...
Excuse me, Attorney Abisado.
Yes.
That's the political vendetta
Yes.
part. But the politics part of your statement, can you expound on that?
It's really is... I'm referring to that point only, Your Honor.
Okay. Well...
It's
I
politics between the two of them,
The two
Your
of
Honor.
them. Yes. Okay. Well, let me just be clear that this investigation in particular is not about the Boy Scouts of the Philippines as an institution. It's about the people running the Boy Scouts, and that includes you, Attorney Abisado. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.
And there
Your
is
Honor.
also this concept in our anti-graft laws that when a contract is entered into which is grossly disadvantageous to the government, that qualifies as a graft and corrupt act. So now that the Supreme Court has ruled that the Boy Scouts is to be audited by the COA, the question now is, when you say government, does that include now publicly created entity like the Boy Scouts? And then plus the sub-issue would be if the contract is indeed grossly disadvantageous to the Boy Scouts. So yun po yung mga, these are the issues we will thresh out and pursue. But you mentioned an amount, 999 million. Can you repeat what is the significance of that amount?
Kasi, Mr. Chairman, as an offshoot of the Audit Observation Memorandum of COA, that our investment has not moved at all. So in September of last year, we wrote Attorney Oreta. In fact, we said that this refers to the joint venture agreement entered into between the Boy Scouts of the Philippines and Alpha Land on 30 June 2008 and amended on 2 June 2011, where the BSP invested its land valued at 600 million, equivalent to 15% of the total project cost for the construction of the Alpha Land Makati Place building project. The Commission on Audit, our resident auditor, is asking for an update on the latest appraisal of our investment. since the start of the project up to the present. In this regard, please furnish us with a copy of the latest appraisal. So in the response dated September 17, they said that as of August 31, 2014, our investment has gone up from 600 million up to 909,655,500. So that was what we also forwarded to COA
Thank you. Okay. And that figure came from
from Alpha Land.
Alpha Land, Makati Place
Yes.
Incorporated.
Yes, Mr.
Thank you.
Chairman.
So